Welcome to the Fire and Feminine podcast. This is a space for women who are strong, capable, and tired of forcing their bodies to cooperate. I'm your host, Victoria, and here we talk about strength, core, breath, and the nervous system, not as things to fix, but as systems that have been working overtime to support your life. This podcast isn't about motivation, it's not about discipline, and it's not about pushing through. It's about learning how to feel supported again from the inside out. Let's begin. So I'm going to start with something simple and maybe a little confronting for you. If your body feels tight all the time, if your stomach stays clenched even when you're resting, if relaxing actually feels uncomfortable, there's a good chance you've been wondering, what is wrong with me? And I want to say this clearly right from the start. Nothing is wrong with you. Your body isn't broken. It's been holding everything together. Most of the women who find their way here are not lazy. They're not disconnected. They're not weak. They're usually the ones who handle everything. They show up. They push through. They've learned how to function no matter what's going on inside. And eventually, the body adapts to that role. It tightens. It braces. It stays alert. Not because it's malfunctioning, but because it learned that being on all the time was safer than letting go. That's why your core might only work when you brace. That's why you might leak, it domes, or feel pressure, and you don't trust your midsection. That's why rest actually doesn't feel restorative. And this isn't failure, it's protection. So here's why trying harder didn't work. A lot of women come to this work after trying everything. More core workouts, more cues, more awareness, more stretching, more discipline. And instead of feeling better, they feel more tense. Here's the part that no one explains. A body that doesn't feel supported will not relax on command. You cannot force safety. You can't breathe your way out of a system that doesn't feel held. And you cannot stretch away a pattern that developed to keep you functioning in your everyday life. And when your nervous system has learned that holding everything together is necessary, relaxing feels risky. So your body resists it. And that's not sabotage. That's intelligent. Our bodies are so smart. You see, your symptoms aren't random. The tightness, the pressure, the leaking, the fatigue, the shallow breathing, they are information. They are signals from a system that's been doing its job without support for a very long time. And what most women actually need is not more effort. They need more coordination instead of bracing. They need support instead of pressure. They need safety before strength. That's the shift. So this is why in my work, we don't start with intensity. We start with things like how the ribs and the pelvis relate to one another, how breath creates support, how the core responds when it feels backed up instead of held alone, how your nervous system downshifts when it's not being pushed. Not because your body is fragile, but because it's already strong in all the wrong ways. Real strength doesn't feel like gripping. It feels supported. If any of this feels familiar, if you're realizing your body has been carrying more than you thought all this time, there's nothing you need to rush into. But this is exactly why I created the Feminine and Fire 30-Day Reset. It's not a challenge. There's no day one, no falling behind, no pressure to perform. It's a calm, structured reset to help your body stop gripping and start feeling supported again through your core, your breath, pelvic floor, and nervous system work. You can begin anytime. You move at your own pace, and you're always allowed to return back to it anytime. You can find the link wherever you are listening and if and when it feels right for you. Before we close, I want to offer you something simple. Take a moment right now and notice your body. Is your stomach tight? Is your jaw clenched? Are your shoulders lifted? You don't need to change anything. Just notice for right now. Awareness is often the first place that safety begins. So thank you for being here. And if this episode resonated, you don't need to share it perfectly. Just share it honestly or save it for later. New episodes of Fire and Feminine Podcast come out weekly, and we continue these conversations around strength, embodiment, and support. And remember, you don't need to force your body to heal. You need to give it a place to feel supported.